How's it going, guys? Another video for you. This is a 2003 XR50 from Honda. It's just a little pit bike, little kid's bike, but it has a 50cc motor. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's 49cc to be exact. But this video will show you how to get your little pit bike, little 50cc dirt bike street legal in Colorado. So pretty much what they got is, there's a couple things that can classify this as a low-powered scooter. Now, they have this form, it's DR2701, and it's the low-powered scooter registration application. So you might want to print that out. I'll probably download or add a link to the description. Pretty much what it says is that if you have a motorcycle or a little dirt bike or whatever you got, pretty much there's a couple things that cannot exceed 2 wheels that contact the ground. It cannot have a clutch, so no manual clutch. This thing does not have a clutch, so we're good to go there. It's just, shifting and of course your brakes. And then the third is a cylinder capacity not exceeding 50 cubic centimeters, which is 50 cc's, and or a wattage not exceeding 4,476 watts if powered by electricity. So pretty much if it's 50 cc or below motor, you're good to go. So what I got here is, this is my bike. I put a bunch of lights on there. We'll talk about that in a second. But to get your motorcycle registered, all you need to do is find the VIN number on it. This one definitely has a VIN. It's a Honda. You will come across other bikes. I have a couple more over here. They're just Chinese bikes. They're 50cc, 49cc Chinese bikes. And they're pretty much the exact same thing as this, except I can't find a VIN number anywhere on them. You might be able to just etch in a VIN number on there. That should be fine, and 18 digits, and add it to this guy right here. All they're checking in the office is they're not checking the bike at all. They're not looking at the bike. They just want to make sure you have insurance on the bike. So that VIN number will definitely help with insurance. And you should be able to get insurance on any of this stuff. Just proof of insurance. You're going to have to, you just sign this that says, I swear that this bike is under 50 cc, blah, 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 this and that. And you fill out all your information. And that's pretty much it. They don't check for blinkers or headlights or anything like that. Which I'm pretty sure they're just assuming that you're scooter, because this is pretty much for scooters, as in, like Tao, Vespa kind of scooters. They don't really think you're going to try and register this little 50cc dirt bike, but this does apply for these as well, so we're good to go. So pretty much with this and insurance, you're good to go. You don't have to have a motorcycle license since this is a low-powered scooter. You just have to have a regular driver's license and probably be over 18 or something like that. And that's it. Pretty much what you'll get is a little piece like this. It's a little sticker. I made a little bracket for mine so I can replace it if needed. And it says low-powered scooter. Expiration. The good thing about these guys is they don't expire for like 4 years. So when you do this, you're good to go for 4 years until you have to renew it, as long as you have insurance on the bike when you do ride it. And that's it. The registration was $5 at the Department of Motor Vehicles. Before you go and bring in the $5 and all your information with this piece, just make sure that you have all the correct information and that you call ahead and make sure you're going to the right place to turn all this in. Now, I will tell you a little bit about this bike. I did get it registered without any of these lights or anything on it,
But of course, the lights, you know, they're kind of necessary. If you're riding on the street, you're going to get hassled a lot more if you don't have lights, and they're going to ask you how you got this registered without no lights. But, you know, literally, you do not need the lights to get it registered on paper for street use. So on this one, just like my other previous video for this bike, I showed you about the wiring harness and everything. You could just buy a wiring harness for this bike. I run a battery and I just run a DC system, and there's nothing tied to the motor. So all these lights are LED. Everything is powered off a little battery. Now here's the battery right here. I got all this off of Amazon pretty much. Actually, most of the lights came from a website called Geek, and might be able to add some links in the description. But I'm pretty sure this battery came from Amazon. It's not too big at all compared to my hand. It is a 12-volt battery, but you know, it's small enough to throw on this bike. I just got some punch angler right here so I can attach it to the front with the wiring harness. And I did make this wiring harness. It's not too hard of, you know, a project, but you know, I soldered all my connections, and all those soldered connections are really good and they're really tight. You don't have to solder if you don't want to. You know, just tying everything together with the electrical tape will work as well. But you do have to follow, you know, figure out what you're going to do for your wiring harness. So this is my kind of schematic for the wires and which exactly they go to, flash, a relay, and battery, and the whole, you know, system. Here is the tail light that I got, and those are the colors and what they are. You know, you will have to figure that out. If you get the exact stuff that I get, blinkers and switches and stuff from this website, then you can just go by this. You can pause it. Might not be focused, but there we go. So you can pause it and check that out, and you know, make your own wiring harness. If you don't want to do that, you can just buy the Tusk wiring harness. I'm sure it'll be a little bit big for the small bike, but you can tuck up the wires or whatever. And that Tusk wiring harness for the dual sport kit will connect up to everything. And you know, pretty much just plug and play. You might have to cut a couple wires and connect them, but you should be good to go. All this stuff I got off of geek.com. This back fender eliminator came with this brake light on here, and that was like $5 on Geek. All these items from Geek, they come with, or they come from China. So it's going to take a little while to get here, but you know, they work. Everything works really good. Of course, you need to get a flasher. That's a low voltage flasher. I have another one over here that I ordered from China from that application, and this one should work good. So, see any reason why that shouldn't work? You know, here's some other stuff that I ordered just for other bikes. Here's a little 12-volt horn from that same application. This was like $1, $2 with shipping. That flasher was like $1. You know, of course, you can buy the blinkers, which are the same ones as these, and this harness, or I'm sorry, this handlebar, directional horn, everything like that, horn button. And you're all good. Show you some blinker action right here. It's just the right blinker. Let's see, might be a little. There we go. And the front, right. And you know, they're pretty bright, especially with this battery. You know, we got a little connector right here for the quick charge for the battery, and that's pretty much it to charge the battery. And these LEDs, they don't take up a lot of electricity at all, so you know, you're pretty much good to go. Also, if you do make your own harness, make sure you put a inline fuse before the battery. And that should be it. I got a mirror right here, a little mirror. Pretty sure I got that mirror on that application for probably a couple bucks, $5 maybe. This light was the only thing I did not get from that application. or from that website rather, geek.com. They do have an application. It's called Geek, and it's really easy. You just sign in on your phone or whatever, and you look at all this stuff, and they have deals, and pretty much everything's like under $10 for for most of these things. This right here, I had to go to the motorsports store and buy. This was like $7. It's just a pressure switch. When I apply the brake, it extends the spring, which extends the switch and activates it, and that is hooked up to the brake light. Activates the brake light on and off. But yeah, I mean, if you have any questions, feel free to comment and ask, and that's pretty much it. Thank you.